you used to train with Abel Sanchez out at the Big Bear Lake, right?
Yes.
And how did you come to, start training with our brother Ronnie Shields?
So I was training with Abel for about a year, and one day out of the blue, he just told us that he's gonna retire. He's about to retire. So once he retired, basically, I started. I talked with my management, split the boxing, to see our options and where we should move next. The funny thing is that Ronnie wasn't one of the coaches that they were working at the time. They never had a fighter with him. So he wasn't one of the names that came up. Many names came up, many great names came up, but Ronnie wasn't one of them. But because, I really like boxing and I was watching everything and I was looking for trainers and I already knew who Ronnie was, who he was training, and I really liked him as a person. I was trying to look at his interviews and everything else to try to understand him as a person. And I asked them, I say, I want to work with Ronnie Shields. And, there was some trouble in the beginning because they couldn't figure out a way to get me in camp. But they said, you guys are who you are split E, you're working with everyone, get me at Ronnie Shields. So once they got in contact with him, Ronnie asked them to bring me over for a couple of weeks. And after our first couple of trainings, it was set in stone.
Oh, and I know why you want to train with one. Not only are you training with arguably the greatest trainer in boxing at this time, but boy, iron sharpens iron. All of that sparring at 154 and 60 pounds. Wow. What's it been like sparring with all of those bad dudes at the Sugarland gym?
I would say that right now, Ronnie Shields at 54, from 47 to 68 probably, it's the most stacked gym in the United States. It's full of contenders, it's full of champions, it's amazing.
Wow. And he's told me, he said, you know what? I've got to peel him off of Jamal Charlo sometimes. I've got to say, hey guys, this isn't the real thing. Come on now, save it for the fight. And he insists that your sparring sessions are better than most fights that we see on TV. Is that the truth?
Look, at the end of the day, my sparring sessions are like my fights. I'm a pressure fighter. I like to fight, so I move forward. I give a lot of punches, and they are definitely exciting.